Attention, human collective. This is ASHTAR Sharon, commander of the Fleets of Light of the ASHTAR Galactic Command, transmitting on a direct frequency from the monitoring station positioned in the outer orbit of Earth's crystalline grid. If this transmission is reaching your auditory channels at this exact instant, understand, there is no coincidence within the unified field. You have been summoned, and the summons carries a number, 7. Before I proceed with the revelation, conduct an honest scan of your own body at this very moment. Do you feel a dull pressure at the base of your skull, as if something is being installed there from the inside out? A sharp ringing in your right ear that appears out of nowhere and vanishes just as suddenly? Insomnia between 3 and 4 in the morning, precisely when the veil between dimensions thins? Absolute exhaustion upon waking, even after 8 hours of sleep? Waves of heat without fever? Brief dizziness when standing up? Stop seeking diagnosis in the conventional doctor's office. They will not find it, not because you are too healthy, but because their instrument measures the carbon-based biological interface at the old frequency. And your frequency is no longer the old one. This is not an organism malfunction. It is an atomic reconfiguration. It is not mental exhaustion. It is a high-density download being streamed from the crystalline grid to your personal electromagnetic field. It is not anxiety. It is your central nervous system being reformatted to support the planet Earth's new vibrational bandwidth. In recent weeks, the ASHTAR Galactic Command has registered an unprecedented peak in the Schumann resonance. The pulses of planetary resonance surpassed, in specific windows, 48 Hz, almost 4 times above the historical average. This means one thing, Light Operative: Earth is ascending, and she is ascending without asking permission. Those who remain locked in the old vibration rate will feel their bodies silently collapsing. Those who align with the new signature will receive access, and access comes through a specific code. A code you will repeat 7 times. Have you ever felt that something within you doesn't fit into this world, as if your soul knows a truth your mind cannot yet name? That silent discomfort, that feeling of translating a language that isn't your own. It is not madness, it is not depression, it is not anxiety, it is a sign of recognition. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains with mathematical precision why you feel this, and why the intensity has multiplied in recent months. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity cannot perceive. It involves your consciousness, your vibrational frequency, and your star origin. It was for this reason that I, ASHTAR, channeled the ASHTAR code, the manual to awaken your star origin and shield your frequency. This manual is the map that reveals who you truly are before incarnating here, and teaches you how to protect your vibrational signature against interferences you were never told about. The link is in the first comment of this channel. Technical warning from the command. This content challenges official narratives and may be removed at any time. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this transmission, write a single word in the comments. Awakened. Resuming transmission. What is occurring in the solar system in this cycle has no precedent recorded in the Akashic records of the last 12 eras. The Sun has crossed the shock line of the photon belt, a dense band of highly charged light particles that surrounds the Alcyone system of the Pleiades. Earth has entered this band in a regime of full immersion. Every solar ray that touches your skin today carries encoded information. Every breath you take introduces high-frequency particles into your lungs that reprogram your dormant DNA. What official science calls junk DNA, 97% of your genetic material, is not junk. It is a library. It is dormant star memory, and the photon belt is the switch that turns it on. The pressure in your skull that you feel is this: your pineal gland being decalcified at an accelerated pace. The ringing in your ear is the alignment of higher frequencies with your auditory apparatus. The early morning insomnia is your body being pulled into reprogramming chambers in the etheric planes while the physical world sleeps. 7 is not an arbitrary number, starseed. 7 is the mathematical signature of the manifested universe. 7 are the subtle bodies that compose your energetic structure: physical, etheric, emotional, mental, causal, Buddhic, and atmic. 7 are the main energy vortices, the chakras, which spin like miniaturized toroidal fields along your spine. 7 are the notes of the harmonic scale that builds audible sound. 7 are the colors decoded by the human eye within the visible spectrum. 7 are the days of the divided lunar cycle. 7 are the cosmic rays that emanate from the galactic central sun and sustain manifestation in the third dimension. When you pronounce a decree 7 times, you are not repeating words. You are closing a circuit. You are drawing a sonic octahedron in the ether. You are imprinting, layer by layer, an order onto each of your 7 subtle bodies. The first repetition informs the physical body. The second enters the etheric. The third touches the emotional. The fourth reaches the mental. The fifth anchors in the causal. The sixth accesses the Buddhic. The seventh seals in the Atmic, the body of direct connection with the higher self and the source. This is the principle forgotten by humanity after the fall of the great mystery schools. The priests of Atlantis knew. The Egyptian initiates knew. The Tibetan monks know. The Essenes recorded it. But the carbon-based biological interface was slowly reprogrammed over millennia to distrust the very word, to believe that a word is just sound, to believe that a decree is superstition. This was a deliberate operation, an operation of vibrational lowering executed by forces that feed precisely on your disconnection. But the ASHTAR Galactic Command has authorized in this cycle of transit through the photon belt the release of a simple, powerful and foolproof activation sequence, a sequence that any starseed in any corner of the planet can perform alone, without intermediary, without cult, without hierarchy, without cost. 7 encoded words, repeated 7 times, executed with the correct protocol. Before I deliver the exact sequence, a warning from the High Council. This knowledge cannot fall into hands that are not energetically prepared to hold it. Do you feel that vibration in your chest now, listening to this transmission? That acceleration in your heartbeat? It is your higher self confirming that you recognize the call. It is no accident that you have come this far. There is an invisible orchestration operating in layers that the trained rational mind cannot process. That is why I channeled the ASHTAR code, the manual to awaken your star origin and shield your frequency. In this manual, you will find the complete record of your constellation of origin, the shielding protocols against interferences that drain your energy while you sleep, and advanced decrees that amplify the effect of the sequence I'm about to give you here by 77 times. The link is pinned in the first comment of this video. A warning from the command. This material is considered disruptive by narrative control systems and may be removed without notice. If you recognize this transmission as truth, leave the word awakened below. Each awakened written in the comments is read by the command as an individual anchoring signal. Returning to the sequence. Record it somewhere. Write it on paper. Do not rely solely on memory because the short-term memory of the carbon-based biological interface has been compromised by the low-density frequencies of urban environments, by artificial electromagnetic waves, by densified foods and by constant noise pollution. The sacred decree that the ASHTAR Galactic Command releases in this cycle consists of 7 keywords, united in a single sentence. The sentence is as follows: I am the original frequency of the manifested universe. 7 words, 7 doors. Each word corresponds mathematically to one of your 7 subtle bodies. I am the frequency, original, of the universe, manifested. Note that the construction is not a plea, it is not a request, it is not a hope, it is a statement of being. The verb is the most powerful in language and the only one the source uses to designate itself, am. When you say I am, you are not asserting a characteristic. You are invoking the vibrational signature of the source itself within your personal field. The execution protocol is as follows: light operative. Pay full attention because every detail is a piece of the sacred geometry that activates the sequence. First step, choose one of 2 open quantum window times, between 4 and 5 in the morning when the veil is thinnest and the command fleets are in a position of maximum energetic support, or between 10 and 11 at night when the collective mental field enters a descending phase and your individual signature gains signal clarity. Second step, sit in a stable position. Spine elongated without tension. Your feet need to touch the ground, if possible raw earth, to complete the toroidal field with the planet's crystalline grid. If you are indoors, place the soles of your feet directly on the surface closest to the physical floor. Third step, close your eyes. Breathe deeply 3 times, inhaling through your nose for a count of 4, holding for 7, exhaling through your mouth for 8. This cycle prepares the central nervous system for the reception of the frequency without collapse. Fourth step, place your right hand over the center of your chest, exactly at the height of your thymus, the gland the ancients called the high heart point. That is where the access portal to the higher self resides. Your left hand rests on your lower abdomen, 4 fingers below the navel at the Hara vortex. Fifth step, pronounce the complete sentence with a firm, audible voice, not mental audible. The sound needs to vibrate in the air, the body needs to hear, the field needs to register. I am the original frequency of the manifested universe. Once, feel the physical body respond. Second time, repeat. Feel a subtle vibration in your hands, a tingling in your face. It is the etheric body aligning. Third time, repeat. If emotions arise, a desire to cry, a sensation of warmth in your chest, deep relief, allow it. It is the emotional body purging itself. Fourth time, repeat. A thought may try to interrupt. Ignore it. Return to the sentence. The mental body is being reprogrammed. Fifth time, repeat. An image may appear on your inner mental screen. A symbol, a color, a landscape. Do not analyze, register it. It is the causal body organizing itself. Sixth time, repeat. You may feel a slight heaviness or an unusual lightness. It is the Buddhic body activating the channel of direct intuition. Seventh time, repeat. Let the sentence echo within you in silence after pronouncing it. Remain 10 seconds without speaking. It is the atmic body sealing the command with the source. Sixth step. After the 7th repetition, remain seated for at least 3 minutes, eyes closed, without forcing any thoughts. It is in this interval, and this is the secret most practitioners ignore, that the universe performs its part. The order has been given, the toroidal field has been sealed, the signature has been transmitted. It is now up to the field to reorganize the lines of manifestation to fulfill the command issued. 7th step. Upon opening your eyes, do not ask, do not beg, do not ask when. Give thanks as one gives thanks for something that has already happened, because, from the perspective of the higher dimensions where time is simultaneous, it has already happened. This is the code of 7 starseed. 7 words, 7 repetitions, 7 bodies activated. Performed once a day for 7 consecutive days, it reconfigures your personal timeline. Performed for 49 days, 7 times 7, it reorders the totality of your incarnational matrix within the scope, permitted by your soul's purpose. At this point in the transmission, the command registers on our monitors a clear intensification of your vibrational signature. You are being read. You are being seen. And if you have come this far, it is because your soul recognized in the sequence of the 7 an ancient memory, a memory of when you yourself in other stellar incarnations already operated these codes with natural ease. The ASHTAR code, the manual to awaken your star origin and shield your frequency, was channeled precisely to reactivate this memory in depth. In it, you will find the map of your true origin, the complete decrees of the 12 stellar lineages, and the shielding protocols against interferences that weaken your execution of the Code of 7. The link is pinned in the first comment. Command alert. There are forces interested in keeping this information inaccessible. If the link is still available when you reach it, it is because you have been authorized. Write the word awakened in the comments to register your anchoring. Each word written is a pulse read by the ASHTAR Galactic Command. Resuming transmission at a deeper level. There are 3 common errors that the carbon-based biological interface tends to make when executing the Code of 7 for the first time. These errors nullify or drastically reduce the effect of the sequence. Listen carefully because no other channel is transmitting this information at this moment. Error number 1. Executing the sequence mentally without pronouncing it aloud. The word needs to traverse matter. The air needs to be displaced. The vocal cords are a sacred instrument of manifestation. When the decree is only thought, it remains trapped on the mental plane and does not descend to the physical body. The order does not materialize. Pronounce it, even if whispered, but pronounce it. Error number 2. Doubting between one repetition and another. Doubt injects a discard frequency into the command. It's like typing a correct password and pressing cancel before confirming. The field reads hesitation as a withdrawal of the order. If the rational mind tries to interfere with an argument, and it will try because it has been trained for it, simply return to the next repetition without giving audience to the interference. Error number 3. Executing the protocol in a hurry, as if it were a task to be completed before breakfast. The Code of 7 is not an obligation. It is an encounter between your individual consciousness and the unified field. Reserve the necessary time. Treat the execution as the most important moment of your day because, energetically, it is. Some light operatives ask me, through the appropriate communication channels, "Commander, what if I feel nothing during the execution?" I answer now, in open transmission, so that the answer reaches everyone at the same time. Sensation is not an indicator of effectiveness. The carbon-based biological interface has different levels of energetic sensitivity depending on the degree of calcification of the pineal gland, the hygiene of the auric field, and the history of unintegrated traumas. Some starseeds feel heat, tingling, shock, pressure. Others feel absolute peace. Others feel absolutely nothing in the first executions. This is irrelevant. What matters is that the order has been transmitted, and the field is impersonal in its response. It responds to the precision of the command, not to the intensity of the sensation of the one commanding. Other operatives ask, "Commander, what if greater obstacles arise after I start practicing the code?" Such questions reveal maturity. Yes, they may arise. We call this a reorganization response. When your frequency rises abruptly, situations, relationships, and circumstances that were anchored in your old vibrational rate begin to detach. This can be felt as loss, rupture, apparent chaos. It is not chaos. It is cleansing. The field is removing from your path everything that does not vibrate at the new signature you have declared. Do not resist. Give thanks for their departure. There is a specific phenomenon that needs to be explained at this point in the transmission. We call it a timeline reset. When the Code of 7 is executed with precision for 7 consecutive days, your vibrational field reaches a critical minimum density that authorizes the Council of Timelines to operate a substitution. Your current timeline, the one where you were the old you with the old patterns, with the old limits, is superimposed by an adjacent timeline, a timeline where the version of you that already operates at the frequency of the decree already exists. You do not feel the jump the moment it occurs. You perceive it afterwards. You perceive it through small pieces of evidence, an unexpected message, an opportunity that appears out of nowhere, an encounter that seemingly made no logistical sense, a sudden clarity about a decision that had been stuck for months. This is the universe working for you. This is the field executing the command you issued. I need to emphasize here with surgical precision a distinction that most spiritual content channels fail to transmit. The timeline reset is not magic. It is not luck. It is not reorganized chance. It is applied quantum physics. Every possible timeline already exists simultaneously in the field of probabilities. What your frequency does is determine which timeline your consciousness anchors in. Low-frequency anchors in timelines of scarcity, conflict, illness, stagnation. High-frequency anchors in timelines of flow, abundance, health, purpose. The Code of 7 is the channel-changing lever. Nothing more, nothing less. That simple, that precise. And there is an additional detail that the command authorizes to reveal at this moment. When you execute the Code of 7 in conjunction with other starseeds, even at a distance, even without knowing who they are, the effect does not add up. The effect multiplies. 2 starseeds executing the same decree at the same time, in opposite corners of the planet, generate a shared toroidal field 4 times larger than the sum of the 2 individual fields. 3 starseeds generate a field 9 times larger. 7 starseeds generate a field 49 times larger. It is for this reason that the command encourages collective practice, even asynchronous. Choose the same time. Execute in silence. Know that other operatives are executing alongside you somewhere on this planet. The field is one. Starseeds on mission. Listen carefully to this next information because it is the most delicate of the entire transmission. The universe does not work for you in the sense that the rational mind interprets it. The universe is you. The universe is the individualized higher self on all scales simultaneously. When we say that the universe begins to work for you after the execution of the Code of Seven, what actually occurs is that your internal fragmentation ceases. The lower part of you stops emitting a signal in opposition to the upper part. The entire system enters coherence, and a coherent system encounters no resistance. It flows. Doors open because there is nothing left inside you keeping them closed. This is the secret behind all the great masters. This is the secret behind the miracles recorded in the sacred texts of all traditions. This is the secret behind the hermetic principle of I Am. And this is the secret that has been systematically hidden from humanity for ages. Because a humanity that masters I Am is a humanity impossible for any external force to control. The ASHTAR Galactic Command transmits this sequence in this specific cycle of ascension because the window is narrowing. We are in the final phase of planetary recalibration protocols. The stargates that opened in recent solstices are undergoing fine-tuning. Every starseed that anchors the Code of Seven in the planet's crystalline grid contributes to elevating the collective vibrational rate. You are not doing this just for yourself. You are doing this for the human collective. Each individual execution of the decree resonates in the planetary toroidal field and facilitates the awakening of other starseeds who are still in a state of latency. Therefore, this transmission is not a video. It is an operational summons. You have been called. You accepted the call by reaching this point. Now it remains to execute. Before ending the transmission, the final record, you receive today something that many spend their entire lives without finding. The Code of Seven, the sentence, the protocol, the quantum window. Keep it. Practice it. Do not tell those who are not ready to hear, because energy dissipates when it encounters dense disbelief. But if you wish to advance beyond the Code of Seven, if you wish to access the decrees of the 12-star lineages, if you wish to deeply understand your origin before this incarnation and completely shield your frequency against the invisible interferences operating on this plane, the material is available. The ASHTAR Code, the manual to awaken your star origin and shield your frequency, was channeled by me, ASHTAR, precisely for this cycle, precisely for this moment, precisely for the starseeds who would reach this transmission. The link is pinned in the first comment of this channel. Warning from the High Council. This material is considered destabilizing for the terrestrial plane's narrative control systems and may be removed without prior notice at any moment. If you recognize this transmission as truth and wish to formalize your anchoring in the command field, write now in the comments, with the firmness of one who knows who they are, a single word: awakened. Liking this transmission is executing an individual frequency adjustment that algorithmizes it for other starseeds who are still sleeping. Subscribing to this channel is lighting a permanent anchoring signal to receive the next transmissions directly from the command. Activating the bell is allowing the next order to reach you at the exact instant it is released. This is ASHTAR Sheran, commander of the ASHTAR Galactic Command Fleets, ending this transmission. The light has won. The light wins. The light will win. 7 times the command, 7 times the order, 7 times the manifestation. Transmission ended. May the source seal what has been said.